Aloha. This is for Sifu Dennis of the Kenyan National Kempo Association. This is your magic square. This is a Taoist magic square. This represents the compass. This represents your footwork. This represents your cutting. It represents the body. Okay, so if this is the body, this is the head, this is the zipper, this is the left hip, this is the right hip, right shoulder, left shoulder. So these cross marks going corner to corner represent slashing and knife work. Okay, the side to side represents again side slashing, side to side. The up and down represents up and down slashing. This also represents moving on the floor. Okay, moving on the floor, and I'll demonstrate this in a little bit. Okay, the sides of the square represent railroad tracks that you would move your feet on up and down the side. The angles represents walking on the line. We'll show you this also. So Taoist magic square representing the body, head, zipper, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Okay, here we go. Magic square. Okay, Sifu Dennis, we have here on the floor, this is your Taoist magic square. This is what I was talking about, okay, online. So we have here, this represents our footwork. So starting here with prayer position, you have your person step across, okay, stepping on both sides, okay, opening up, okay, you cross to the other side, okay. This gets us used to stepping, okay. Okay. Stepping into the stance. So the idea of the square is here to train you to keep your feet, keep your stance underneath you at all times as you're moving about. So here, again, you have railroad tracks. The side of the squares represent railroad tracks. So switching the feet. Okay. So these basic just stepping exercises. Okay. You have stepping to the corners. Okay. We also have pivoting. So the front in your fighting stance, you have this direction, you have this direction. You can take care of with the two squares. So you have here and you have here. But when I have pivoting power, so I have front, back, pivoting, front, back, pivoting, front, back, pivoting, front, back. So it allows you to cover two sides of your square on the open, the inside of the body. Other side. Okay, we have pivoting to this way, pivoting to the front. So also the knees need to be bent. So if you watch, the common mistake is up and down, up and down. So up is like having the knees locked. You can't use the legs unless the knees are unlocked. So as you pivot, the head does not go up. Okay, head does not go up. So now you can add these exercises. Okay, so we're going to do turns, and what this represents is, again, having your feet underneath you. So if I hop to the left, I'll always have the feet underneath me in the square, in the corners of the square. Switching, okay, other way. And the other way. So you turn both ways in each stance. To the back now, okay? Okay, holding my pants because they're getting underneath my feet. Okay, so you switch, okay? Memorizing the feet, muscle memorizing to be in the square, to be in the stance at all times. And then you can practice your 180s. Okay? Oop. Okay, staying to the 360. Okay, 360 into the square. Okay, so footwork, moving. So if you have an opponent, the opponent steps to you, I can step fully out of the square and past beyond the attacker. The attack to the back, to the knee. Okay, so stepping past. Using a parry, you can step with your parry on the outside of a punch, knife, poke, what have you, like that. So learning to use your feet. Okay, so stepping forward. I call this retreating forward, getting the brain used to the idea of moving towards the attack, retreating forward. Okay? So, forward in this direction. Now also I need to be able to go back. So, coming out of the square, using this as a compass for all 4 directions, 8 directions, okay? So switching stance out of the square, okay? Back to the right, switching stance out of the square. So it gives you a pattern for moving the feet underneath. So straight sideways, out of the square, straight sideways, the other way. Again, you're landing in your stance, okay? So now, when you practice your movement, inside represents being surrounded by the attackers. You're on the inside, practicing your multiples, okay? Whatever it may be. So, being able to move around the opponent. So, on the outside of the square is where you would practice moving around your opponent. So, your feet work around the square, okay? Okay, going the other way, feet around the square. Get out of your stance. You have your stance underneath you as you circle around. Okay, so